Hello and welcome to your Buyer's Guide. If we haven't met already, I'm Nicole Dawson, and I'm really excited to guide you along your way of your home buying journey. Home buying is such an exciting time, but can also be really stressful too. My goal is to make your home buying experience as smooth as possible, and I hope we'll have some fun along the way too. This guide will help you to prepare and understand the process of home buying. So let's get started. Your buyer's guide is filled with a lot of information in one little packet. Sometimes home buying process can be confusing, and there's a lot of terms that you may not be familiar with. Make sure that you go over each page, and if there's anything that you don't understand, I'm here to help. There are a lot of moving parts to home buying, which is why I work with the best team. Jim Clifford is my designated broker and owner of Washington Realty Group, and he has over 40 years of experience. Diana and Kaylee are also going to be helping out along the way, so you can always expect great service. Here's me again. Why am I smiling? Because I love helping people like you achieve your goals. My job is to make myself available to you whenever you have any questions. So be sure to look back on this page for all of my contact information. Okay, you ready to get started? Let's find your dream home. Okay, here's the home buying process. I know it's tempting to skip steps, but it's important that we go in this order. The first step is to meet each other in person if we haven't already, so we can make sure that it's a good fit and you feel as comfortable as possible. If you decide I'm your girl for the job, I will have you sign an exclusive buyer agreement. This just means that I'll be doing everything possible to find your dream home. If you happen to see a home online, as everyone does, you'll be sure to call me and I'll come and show you the home. No cheating on me with other brokers. The next step is to get pre-approved. This is important so that you know just how much money you have to spend, so we don't waste our time on looking at homes that aren't affordable to you. We wouldn't want someone else getting your home, so we also want to be prepared to make an offer right away and you have everything in order. Next step is the fun part, home shopping. You're going to give me a list of your must-haves and desires, and I will look for a home that will be the perfect match for you. Then we'll decide together what you want to offer for the home. If all goes well and your offer gets accepted, we'll go under contract. Next is inspection and appraisal. This is important to make sure that there is no underlying issues with the home that you've fallen in love with. And finally, you will get your keys and move into your beautiful new home. Okay, so when you're preparing to buy, we need to determine how much you can spend, save for a down payment, check your credit, and get pre-approved for a home loan. House shopping is an exciting time. Get pre-approved for a loan first so you can be ready to make an offer when you find the home you love. Okay, what's the difference between being pre-qualified and pre-approved? In order to be pre-qualified, a lender may or may not check your credit score and won't require documentation, only going off what you tell them. This will give you an idea of what you could qualify for, but when you're serious about buying, you'll need to get pre-approved. To be pre-approved, the lender will pull your credit and ask you for documentation to verify your finances. Before making an offer on a house, it's best to get pre-approved to show sellers your offer is serious and that a lender has already approved you for enough money to purchase the home. The next step is figuring out which loan is right for you. I'll be giving you a list of trusted lenders to choose from. I suggest that you talk to at least two to figure out who's best for you. The first loan is called a conventional loan. This is the most common type of home loan, which is offered through private lenders. There's also the FHA loan. This is a loan that's designed for those who have high debt to income ratio and low credit scores, and most commonly issued to first-time homebuyers. They're offered by FHA approved lenders only and backed by the Federal Housing Administration. Then there's the VA loan. These are loans that are designated for veterans, spouses, and reservists, offered through private lenders and guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. Then there's the USDA loan, loans for home buyers in designated rural areas backed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. You can see below the type of the loans, the down payment, the terms of the loan, the mortgage insurance, and the minimum credit score. Interviewing lenders is an important step in determining what type of home loan is best for you. Not all lenders are the same, and the type of loans available, interest rates, and fees can vary. Here are some questions to consider when interviewing lenders. Which type of home loans do you offer? What will my interest and annual percentage rates be? Do I qualify for any special programs or discounts? What estimated closing costs can I expect to pay? And what is your average loan processing time? Here's that list of trusted lenders I spoke about. I would suggest at least calling two and make sure that you ask them the questions that we talked about on the page before. Once you've chosen your lender, you're going to want to go over this home loan application document checklist. Make sure that you have all these things available to you so you're ready to go. Okay, you're pre-approved and now it's time to find your dream home. So what you want to do is create a list of what you want in your new home. Include must-haves as well as what you would like to have, but aren't deal breakers. Here's a handy house and wants and needs list. It'll help determine what exactly you want, and it will let me know what you're looking for. Here's some tips for when we're house hunting. First, you want to investigate the area when you drive around neighborhoods that interest you to get a feel for the area, how the homes are cared for, what the traffic is like. Also, ask around, talk to family and friends and coworkers to see if anyone might know of a house for sale in your area that you're interested in. One of them may even know of someone that's thinking about selling their home but hasn't put it up on the market yet. Also, keep an open mind. Finding your dream home isn't always an easy task. Have priorities list, but keep an open mind when viewing homes. Take pictures and notes. When you visit multiple houses, it's difficult to remember specific details about each one. Take photos and notes while touring houses so that you can keep references later when you're comparing the properties that you've seen. Be ready to make an offer. When you find a home that you want to buy, keep in mind there may be others interested in it as well. So be ready to make a solid offer quickly in order to have the best chance of getting that home. When we have found the home that you're interested in buying, we will quickly and strategically place an offer. There are several factors to consider that can make your offer more enticing than other offers. Put in a competitive offer. Pay in cash versus loan, put down a larger deposit, add a personal touch, or offer a shorter closing timeline. A seller can accept or decline your offer or come back with a counteroffer. If they send you a counteroffer, be prepared to negotiate to come up to it with a reasonable terms for both parties. This process can go back and forth until the agreement is made. Once you and the seller have agreed on terms, a sales agreement is signed and the house is officially under contract and in escrow. Here are the steps that follow. You're going to put the deposit into an escrow account, schedule a home inspection, renegotiate if necessary, complete your mortgage application, and order an appraisal. It's extremely important not to do any of the following until after the home buying process is complete. Buy or lease a car, change jobs, miss a bill payment, open a line of credit, move money around, or make a major purchase. Any of these types of changes could jeopardize your loan approval. It's standard procedure for lenders to also do a final credit check before closing. Okay, we are in the home stretch, the final steps before closing. There are insurance requirements. Most lenders require both homeowners insurance and title insurance. You see the following pages for more detailed information on each of these. There's also a closing disclosure. At least 3 days before closing, lenders are required to provide you with a closing disclosure with your final loan terms and closing costs for you to review. Closing costs for the buyer typically range from 2 to 5% of the purchase price, which can include lender's fees, lender's titles insurance, and HOA dues if applicable. Final walkthrough. Within 24 hours of closing, we will do a final walkthrough of the home before signing the final paperwork. This last step is to verify that there's no damage that has been done to the property since the inspection, that any agreed upon repairs have been completed, and that nothing from the purchase agreement has been removed from the home. And the next step is closing. Make sure to read over this list about questions and answers for homeowners insurance so you know exactly why you have to have insurance, what the insurance covers, what it doesn't cover, what policy rates are based on, and how you can qualify for discounts. Read over these questions and answers about title insurance so you'll know exactly what title insurance is, how does title insurance coverage work, is a title search sufficient, and how much does title insurance cost. Closing is the final step of the buying process. On the day of closing, both parties sign documents, funds are dispersed, and property ownership is formally transferred from the seller to the buyer. Congratulations, you made it to closing. On the day of closing, you'll be going over and signing the final paperwork and submitting a cashier's check or previously arranged wire transfer to pay the remaining down payment and closing costs. So these are the items that you need to bring to closing: a government issued photo ID, homeowner's insurance certificate, certified funds or cashier's check, and final purchase agreement. Enjoy your new home.